It's Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new Notoriously Morbid Rip My Effin' Heart Out palette. Now, I purchased this on a pre-order and it shipped on January the 22nd. This palette retails for $67.99. And then this is what the outside artwork of the packaging looks like. It is this cute little dark angel or dark cupid, and on the back it does list the shade names and the ingredient, and it says they're all vegan and lip safe except for As If, Get Rexed, and K Bye. Now this is handmade at Notoriously Morbid, so I'm excited to play with this. And you're probably thinking, well, Betsy, that's expensive for a 12 pan eyeshadow palette, but this is mainly a multi-chrome palette. Now the stickers on the outside of the packaging aren't my favorite, but again, it is a indie brand, so I overlook some of those things. So this is what the palette looks like, so you can definitely see some shifts on those shades. Isn't that gorgeous? So I was excited to play with this because I own two palettes by Notoriously Morbid at this point, and I can get over the packaging if the formula is great, and so far the formula has been absolutely amazing. So if you see me looking off to the side, I have on my other computer screen the shade names pulled up and what the shifts are supposed to be. So we're going to start off by swatching this palette. So first off, you have No Chill. So No Chill is a light platinum base with a multi-chrome shift from pink to violet to gold. Oh yes, now you can see the purple. There's some gold. That's what I love about multi-chromes. Multi-chromes make me happy. Then we have Ghosted, which is a light purple base with a multi-chrome shift from bright gold, eerie lime green, silver blue to purple. Oh yes, can you see that? Those are so pretty. And sometimes the shifts are hard to pick up on camera. I'm gonna see if I can get, oh yeah, see how now you can see the green and the pink? So yeah, we're gonna leave the mirror there so we can kind of show off the shifts. Then we have In Your Dreams, which is a multi-chrome that shifts from lilac to pink to blue to orange and orange gold. So that's In Your Dreams. So you can definitely see the shifts. Pretty. Okay. And then last on this row is As If, which is a burnt matte peach. So that's As If. Okay. Wipe off my fingertips and we're going to go to the next row. This one is probably the prettiest shade, or at least the one that stands out most to me. I love this, and this is Please Stop, a soft multi-chrome with a shift from yellow to orange, gold, and pink. So you can definitely see the pink, and whenever it's on my finger, you can see the orange, and I'm not sure how the camera, yeah, you can see that's pink. There's the gold. It's so, so pretty. It reminds me a lot of the new Natasha Denona highlighter, but a little chunkier, which I like. Okay, then we have You Suck, which is a taupe multi-chrome that also shifts from copper to pink to orange. So this is the shade You Suck. So you can see that it's very taupey. So as you can see, that is not as intense of a shift as the others. I'm trying to make sure you can see, but you can see the shift to it. It's just like, it's not as bright or vibrant of a shade as a lot of the others on this. So just so you know. Then we have next, which is a duochrome of moss green with a copper shift. You know I'm all about the green. Look at that. Oh yeah, you can definitely see that copper shift. That's a beautiful color. Then we have another matte, which is Hate You Forever, which is a mulberry matte. That is a pretty, pretty color. That's Hate You Forever. Next up, we have No Thanks, which is a grape-based duochrome with a soft shift of copper and red with gold sparkles. That's really pretty. Oh yeah, I like that. That's like, to me, that's more of like a hot pink, but you know, I don't see the grape in it. Then we have F Off, which is a cool tone purple metallic base with a strong shifting multichrome of sparkles of sapphire blue, violet to grape. That is gorgeous. See that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can see whenever I hold my hand up to the mirror, you can definitely see some different shifts. See how you can see that blue more? Love that. Then we have Get Rex, which is a metallic multichrome that is a blue-gray base with a shift to green to silver to teal with hints of dark purple. This is another, look at that. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the teal and the blue. And then on my finger, you can see the purple. Oh yeah, that's really, really pretty. And then last but not least is K By, which is a matte slate gray, which looks like that. Okay, so that is the whole palette. So as you can see, the colors are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now I gotta pick a look to do with this because I didn't know this palette was coming in today, and I wore red, and so we're gonna do something Valentine-y, anti-Valentine-y, however you want to put it. I have already primed my eyes with the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base, which I may need to kind of tap out again because it does look a little, you know what I mean, like, it's like you gotta add a little bit more because it's kind of settled in. So we're just gonna apply a little bit here. And the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base in Fair is my absolute favorite eye base. Just in case anybody's wondering, it's what I use all the time. All the time. So, but Notoriously Morbid does have really good shadows. I have two other palettes, the Dapper Darkling palette, which I gave really good reviews, and then their Christmas palette, I think. Isn't it the Christmas one? Yeah, the Christmas one. Or do I only own one Notoriously Morbid? No, I own two. It's a Haunted AF palette. That's what it was. I had to look and think. So I think we're gonna start off with, I'm gonna grab it. This is just a BK Beauty 201. We're gonna go into As If, which is that matte pink shade. So as you can see, there is a ton of fallout. It picks up beautifully, but this is part of the reason why I do eyes first. See how pigmented that is? If you want pigmented shadows, I would definitely look into Notoriously Morbid. And I like their unique shades. Like, their color stories are so unique, which is definitely something I look forward to in a palette. I know not everybody likes unique, but I think with this palette, with the three mattes that are in here, this is the kind of thing that is definitely going to let the multi-chrome and duochromes shine, which I think is important. Because if you're buying a palette like this, you're not buying it for the mattes. And I think it was Killer Queen who did a multi-chrome palette, but they wanted $120 for it. And it had one matte black in it, and the shifts weren't super unique, and it was like, that seems a little high. And plus, I don't know if they hand make their shadows. Like, I don't mind paying for handmade, because to me that is part of the charm of some of these smaller indie brands. But I'm not going to spend that kind of money when you're buying bulk pressed shadows and just putting them in a palette. You know what I mean? That just seems a little ridiculous. Or private labeling, when it's like not your color story and all that. So see, that looks really, really pretty. That blended out super easy. So now I'm going to take a smaller brush. What do we want to use? Where is... We're gonna grab, this is a BK Beauty 202. It is clean, it's just stained pink. And we're gonna go into that mulberry matte. So you can see again, there is a ton of fallout with these. If you don't like fallout, this would not be the brand that I would go with. But again, these shadows perform so well. Or at least the ones I've used in the past. I mean, so far the two that I've used today have been performing beautifully as well. So I trust their formula. See how pretty that looks? And to me, it's a unique color story because a lot of times for Valentine's or even anti-Valentine's, you get a lot of pinks, purples, reds, but not a whole lot of depth in palettes. You know what I mean, but when I say depth, where it's like, I'm just taking the 201 brush from BK and kind of going back and smoothing. BK Beauty has some of the best brushes, just so you know. Okay, look how pretty that looks. So now, I really like that. I think I'm gonna skip out on using the gray today, but I do want to use something all over the lid. So what's the third color? In Your Dreams. I think I'm gonna choose this shade, In Your Dreams, all over the lid. And then we'll use like one of the darker multi-chromes underneath. So I'm gonna grab just a flat brush. This is what I would use with my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base. And we're going to apply that. Okay, so that is a really, really pretty color, but I think I'm gonna change my mind. I think we're going to go for something a tad bit more intense. So I'm gonna dip into that hot pink shade on the bottom. Oh yeah. Which is No Thanks. It's supposed to have a grape base, but that to me is hot pink. And I'm just gonna dip in. I sprayed it with some of that is the Essence. Isn't that Essence Prime or no, Catrice Dewy Setting Spray. So I'm just gonna pick this up with my brush. There we go. And apply that all over the lid. So you see how that kind of almost gives it more of a monochromatic look, and I think I'm gonna put another shadow on top of it. And I think what I'm gonna do is use the purple underneath my eye. But yeah, I really like how that's looking. There we go. So I'm gonna take and spray that. Okay. And pick up a little bit more. That looks really, really pretty. Really, really pretty. But I want to go, because I really liked this gold pink shade right here. See, you're seeing it as pink. Oh, there you go. Now you can see the gold. We're gonna use that one. Okay. And yes, I'm a little runny. I am so sorry. it is what it is, because the weather has changed here in Southeast Texas a bajillion times. I don't know how it is for y'all, but for us, whenever, or for me, when the weather changes like this, I get like sinus infections and stuff like that. And I've had sinus surgery, but it didn't completely cure it. But I mean, they're a bajillion times better than what they were. See how that just adds a little extra dimension? And sometimes that's part of the fun of this, is layering other shadows to make something unique. Okay, I really like that. I'm gonna take my 202 brush by BK Beauty and kind of go over the edges just to make sure everything is nice and smooth and blended, because, you know, we like to have a blended look. Okay. So that's what it looks like so far. I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face. We'll come back and do the lower lash line and talk about my thoughts on the palette. So I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I did use the No Chill, that white pink duochrome multichrome, as my highlight today. Isn't it pretty? So I'm really enjoying this palette so far, and I got stopped in the middle of doing stuff, so I've had this on now quite a while. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this BK Beauty 203 brush, and I want to go into F Off, which is this purple shade right here. I think that will go well with my look. I'm hoping. So see, it does pick up well with the fluffier brush. And whenever I use a fluffier brush with this, and I just have black liner in my waterline, I didn't do anything extravagant. Oh yeah, see how pretty that looks? Smoky purple under the eye is always gorgeous. This palette is stunning. And for me, this kind of palette is a good way to dip your toes into multi-chromes if you're not wanting to pay, you know, because a lot of them, like the Divina Aurora Flares, are $17 a piece. They're like $20 a piece for the Cleonas. So, I mean, multi-chromes are not cheap. So if you're wanting to kind of dip your toes into multichrome, that might be the way to do it for you, where you can get a little bit of variety to see if it's even something that you want in your makeup wardrobe, is by doing it in palette form. And because brands are moving more towards that, I really like this eye look, let me tell you. That is an aggressive sprayer. This is, as I said, this is the Catrice one. I think it's pretty, but I feel like the sprayer is a little on the aggressive side. So now I'm going to take and apply some mascara to the lower lash line. And then on my lips, I am wearing one of the Just a Tints from ColourPop. I love these. They feel like chapstick, but they give you just enough color. And give me some more. Britney Spears. That's what I think of when I hear that. Give me more. I cannot sing to save my life, but look at this look, y'all. And as you can see, there's not a lot of creasing. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. So now I'm going to go into this lavender shade right here, that multi-chrome called Ghosted, the light purple one. And I am gonna spray it, and we're gonna use that in our, what is it? Not the water line, our inner corner. So we're gonna apply that. Oh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. See how bright that makes it? I like that color. There we go. Okay, so let's talk about my thoughts on the palette. So I used 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or hold on, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 12 shades, and all the ones that I did performed beautifully. I mean, this palette did perform to the expectations that I already had for Notoriously Morbid. The quality of the shadows is there. The packaging to me is not A+, but again, I'm willing to overlook that if the shadows are, and the shadows are. I mean, look how pretty this look came out. Very simple and easy to do. And it would make a beautiful Valentine's Day look, but it also make just a beautiful look in general. So if you are looking for a palette that contains multi-chromes, I would definitely take a look at using this Notoriously Morbid palette. I think it's great. So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell, that will notify you when I post new videos. But I guess that's it, so we'll see y'all later. Bye.